My thesis is a live performance that incorporates costume-made technology and visuals into an instrumental electronic rock band. The first question for me was, what technology to build? After several ideas, I thought of hacking instruments. I play the stick, and for a long time, I have felt the instrument to be a really wide musical tool, but I missed the possibility of sustaining notes on the treble strings. I decided to build a sustainer for the stick. It sounds simple. After all, a sustainer is a piece of gear that already exists for guitar. But the process was steep. Knowing no electronics, having no experience with hardware, and no tools at my disposal, committing for this project was a high risk. The first challenge was to feed the electrical signal of the stick's pickup back to the string with a solenoid. I bought and tested a few amplifier PCBs. After several trials and errors, I managed to bring the line level to a high enough voltage to make a 5-volt solenoid to excite one string. The next challenge was to have a solenoid that could stimulate all the strings at the same time. I broke and rewired an electric guitar pickup and got results sustaining harmonics of the root note. Not the best results, but I was on my way. Two problems arise here. The first is that the electric guitar pickup was too big for the treble strings of the stick. To solve this, I had to build my own pickup. After several tryouts with materials and a lot of broken models, I found a plastic that was soft enough to be cut with my primitive tools, hard enough not to break after dropping it, and heat resistant, so that I could use the soldering iron on top. I built at least 5 of these. The second problem was magnetic distortion of the signal. Even though it was a cool effect, I wanted to reduce the amount of distortion to make it an optional effect. Luckily, the PCB had incorporated a tiny pot that allowed me to control the voltage output, which helped a lot in dropping the distortion down. The most challenging phase was to build a device for attaching the sustainer pickup on top of the strings. After many months trying different systems, I found clamps that could hold the pickup with stability and at the same time not too heavy to fall from the instrument. How the sustainer works is fairly simple. The mechanic energy from the string vibrating is captured by the instrument's pickup. The pickup transforms that mechanical energy into an electrical current through a solenoid. I then amplify that electrical current and feed it back to the string through a solenoid built by me, that with magnetic energy puts the string to vibrate again. The whole mechanism is a constant feedback loop. Here's how it ended up working. The next question was, what music to perform? I decided to keep the trio band format I had been working since before Berklee. My challenge was to have a stable band in a really busy environment, so the musicians had to be both motivated and technically capable for the style of music I do. I had the luck of meeting these guys. Felipe Safeld, a prog rock fan that had the technical skills and enthusiasm to form a project throughout the whole year. And Bernardo Castro, who took the drums. He had the technique and the patience to understand the irregular meters of my music. I had the band. From there on, it was rehearsing and rehearsing. One of my initial goals was to have a visual show for the musical performance, to generate an immersive perceptual experience. The natural question was how to do them. Like with electronics, I had no experience with live visuals or even with art. I started working with Maximus P, Jitter, and Resolume. I focused in visual layering using Resolume and 3D visuals in OpenGL because of the possibility of manipulating objects and generating immersive environments. Here are a few examples.